Hello, let's make another video for Gukesh and Wang Hao, and we are in the FIDE World Cup 2023 in Baku in Azerbaijan, and it's 23:08:12. Important tournament for Gukesh, very important of course, because if you get top 2 in the FIDE World Cup, then you would get a place in the candidates tournament. And as we know, we Gukesh followers, that he didn't manage to get that. Gukesh, as you might remember, he got a place in the candidates tournament because I think he won the FIDE circuit, which is like an average of like who is the best tournament player like since the last candidate tournament on average, and he won that. But there are 2 places in the World Cup always to the candidates tournament, and it was in the winner here, of course, Magnus Carlsen, former world champion, but he didn't want to play in the candidates tournament, so instead it got 2 next ones. It was held in Baku. It's a very long tournament, as you can see here. It's more than 3 weeks, so it's the longest tournament probably. And we can see that the top 3 here was Magnus, Pragananda got a place in the candidates tournament because of that, of course. Caruana actually didn't. He also got a place in the candidates, but I think he already had qualified by winning something else. I don't really remember. So actually the 4th player, which was it was a surprise. Let's see if we can find it here. I think he's called Abbasov. Let's see if we can find him here. He's a low-rated player so Carlsen withdraw from the candidates, and the 4th place finisher Abbasov got a place, who is also from Azerbaijan. So it was a big surprise that he got, but it was nice for the home country to get a place. They hoped maybe for their more famous player like Mamedjarov, Rajabov or so to get a place, but instead Abbasov got the chance. But he had a tough time in the candidates because he's a low-rated player. And as always, it's the same with the women's Chess World Cup, of course. So Jan-Krzysztof Duda was defending champion. He played the candidates tournaments before the one that Gukesh got into, of course, because he won the FIDE Chess World Cup. And as you can see, it's good prize money here, 110. So it's dollars to Magnus, so it's good money. Of course, it's peanuts compared to the world champion, where there is like 5 and 10 millions in prize money. So, but Magnus only plays to have fun. And this was so there were over 200 players, and it's a knockout. So once you play like 2 games, and then if it's the score is 1-1, then you play rapid and then blitz until one is knocked out. Okay, so here we have pairings here. So you can see here Carlsen won section 1, got to the finals. Ivanchuk won section 2. Wang Hao, we will look at Wang Hao against, who is a Chinese player who played the candidates tournament before. That one that got interrupted by COVID. Good player. And here, of course, Gukesh. So he defeated Yesipenko. Yes, I think Yesipenko played. I think he also played the candidates tournaments before, so it's good to defeat him. He also defeated Indian Grandmaster Narayanan and some unknown players here. And here is Abbasov. Abasov, you can see that he had a great tournament, first beating Laurent Fressinet, Anish Giri and Peter Svidler. So good players that Abasov defeated to reach the playoff. So let's go down now to the playoff and see what happened here. So here is the final. Carlsen defeated Ivanchuk and Gukesh. Gukesh defeated Wang Hao, and we will see his winning game against Wang Hao. And as you can see here, Carlsen went on to win the tournament. Pragananda got second, Abasov got third. I got fourth, but he also got to the candidates. Okay, so let's look at the game here. So we have Wang Hao white. He's a player from China. He played a lot and was very good. Like when he got the chance to play the candidate tournament, and he did well there. I think he got 50%. But after that, he said that he would like. Yeah, more or less that he would like, yes, that he would take a little bit of a break. So he didn't play so much chess for maybe 1 year, and then you lose, of course, a lot of momentum. So now, after that, he didn't play so good. Just same as with Liren, he didn't play so good, and I think it's has a lot to do with like the COVID restrictions in China. I think because it was so much worse in China with the COVID restrictions than I don't know. It's just was hard for everyone in China. I think even for the chess players, even if they can of course play the games on the internet and whatnot. And yeah, but now Wang Hao is back, same as Ding Liren. And it was also strange because the COVID restrictions, they were like hardest in the world for like 3 years, and then once Xi Jinping decided we shouldn't have them, just overnight removed completely. Like so, it shows like that how much power he has about the Chinese society. Okay, so let's see here. Wang Hao is playing the Nimsu Indian here. Play Queen C2. Probably told you that I've also played like this when I won against Jan Tim, my greatest chess achievement. Okay, on D5, normal move, many moves are possible here, of course. And now we get the Karlsbad structure. So it's, and here Gukesh plays C5 instead of. He could also play like what's called the Queen's Gambit declined if he just goes for maybe C6. And just play this setup, just move around your pieces. But he decides to play more aggressively and try to equalize at once here, getting the isolated pawn. White should of course take it because, yeah, you often don't want to have to face this C5 here, C4 here. So it's often correct to take that pawn. Little bit interesting that he does knight bd7. It's of course theory by computers and so on, but usually you want your knight here. Maybe take and maybe try to play for d4. And when you get d4, it's often getting traded, and you're pretty close to a draw then. So, but maybe this shows that Gukesh is looking to try to win this game. And here, Wang Hao makes an interesting decision. Of course, if he would just develop, then yeah, black would take, and he would play with the isolated pawn. But now instead he's playing this move, and it changed the character position. Now black has these ones, sometimes known as the hanging pawns. It's also this typical position, which yeah. In Russia they call it a tabia, so this is like a typical tabia here that these players have played many times. and it's considered to be like an equal position. Here it's interesting. Black plays this one, and his plan here is to take here and change the character of the position. As we can see, this one is not good because he loses a pawn, so he has to allow this trade here. White could also have chosen to trade the queens here. Computer thinks it's fine to keep the queens. So. Yeah, so white has the bishop here. Because this pawn here, then the black pawn on c6 is more safe because of this white pawn, so white just can't attacking. Imagine like when this pawn is here, then like there is potential. Maybe it's not so easy, but there is some potential to put pressure on the black pawn. So, but now black c6 pawn is more safe. Okay, so this is these two moves. These moves by black, it makes it likely that white wants to push here because it wouldn't be a disaster, but it would be. I don't think it would be good for white to allow c5 and c4. Then this pawn is attacked and this bishop is kind of restricted even if white get that square. Let's see if that's. Let's just make a move here. No, it's actually this one that they want to do for some reason. Okay. Okay, and he wants to go around and attack. That's interesting. Okay, but it's very definitely logical to get some more space here and play c4. So actually, why not this? Okay, so this one can always be met with knight d4. So that's the plan. Black does this one and preparing this move actually, because it cannot be met by knight d4 anymore. And then maybe he could bring the queen here and try some attack stuff. I see. So that's why he's doing that, because I guess on this one that he can just win a pawn here, and then next is this bishop here. So it's okay, it makes sense. Okay, so he played like this on knight e1, recommended move by the computer, but it looks wrong. This one looks more normal. To defend, so now when it takes, you can take back, and the knight is defended. Not so easy to find a plan for white. This bishop is out of play right now. Maybe going here and letting it be traded wouldn't be so bad. I don't know. Okay, let's see what happened. Knight e1. Queen e3, the computer likes it. He wants to go here, of course. Let's see what white does against it. And if he does like that, okay, then it's some problems here. This is also tactically possible. Yeah, you can't take it twice because the rook will be hanging. Okay, so it looks like white played so safe, but for some reason Gukesh found a way here to put his pieces to to what's called in chess sometimes to ask questions. Like he's just making a lot of threats, like Rook here, and White has to find the correct move, even if this knight e1 looked wrong. So, but okay, so let's see what he does here. He takes here. Then at least he doesn't have to have this bishop f5 stuff happening, so it's fine to do that. And then he wants to trade the queens. Black has to trade. Here it looked, yeah, computer likes to take with the bishop, but it feels like getting out the knight would be nice. Now when the queens are traded, of course, it's time to trade off the bishop here. Yeah, okay, so this is the problem. Now, this is nice play by Gukesh. Now, f4, he played g5 to attack the bishop and also the f4 square. So then White has to go back. Black has quite a, yeah, it's even still, but quite a nice position here. Should be a draw, of course, with correct play, but so that's why he didn't take with the knight, because he saw this g5 stuff. So he took with the bishop. Still, he did still do that. So interestingly, White decided to take the trade here. It gets opposite colored bishops, but I guess that Wang Hao was already maybe a little bit afraid, so he tried to do this one. Opposite colored bishops increase the likelihood of a draw, of course. So let's see first if he goes like this. Yeah, position is quite even here. This is nice to not allow bishop here and maybe take the knight or get some tactical stuff here. Yeah. So this looks, black has a passer, but this looks very even to me. Like no problem at all for white or for black. Looks like it's heading towards a draw with correct play. So let's see what happened now. Instead he took here. Of course, this should also be a draw, but still this knight is getting a bit dominated. Let's see what's happening here. That's interesting, bishop g6. It looks like it will be shut down of the pieces. I thought it was... Okay, but his plan is that on this move he will try to open the position, so that's fine. That's fine. Okay, so he played here instead. Let's see, there is coming a mistake coming here in move 29, so let's look at that. Now he does that one. Yeah, when he move away here. Of course, this if anyone is better, it's black, because he has the passer that white has to be careful of. Okay, so this is a big mistake by white. I just want to comment that the reason he plays this one is because he defends the bishop, so he can do f5. Okay. Okay, so he wants best is to go here. And if he take, okay, then play like this. Okay, the most important is to get this pawn. So here, what black has won a pawn, but the computer says it's dead draw because of, yeah, white has nice pieces here. There is good chances for the knight to get active here. So, okay, so white shouldn't be afraid of losing a pawn. He should try to win c3, and even if black has one pawn extra because of opposite colored bishop, it's easy draw. So, but he did play this one instead, trying to defend here, of course. Now Gukesh made a mistake. Let's see what he should have done. He should have taken here. He should have taken first and then do this. It's threatening fork here as to take. White's position is extremely passive, and he can't move because this one is hanging. He can't move the rook because it's extremely passive position here for white, so he should be winning for black. Maybe by improving the king. Looks like the computer wants to play slow and improve black's king here, but white's position is extremely passive here. So let's see why is this one a mistake? Why should he have taken first here? Let's see. Okay, so the thing is that he can go here now. Why couldn't he have done that if he takes first? It's because rook b6. So take here, rook b6. Yeah, it's the same idea. Don't care about the king side. Instead, try to win c3 pawn. C3 pawn is the only important pawn here. So even if you're pawn down, you should be able to hold this. So that's why he should take first. Because either you get that passive position or because this fe4 is not a good move to play, because you are not in time to win this pawn now, basically. Okay, so he played rook b4. Computer doesn't like that so much. Okay, could I maybe trade a rook here? I don't really understand. It looks like it's going to be a fork here, but I must miss something. I see, it's because it's a fork back. Okay, so I take. Yeah, it looks like it's too late now. There is no way to win back this pawn, because here you can, for example, play this one and you win the piece, so it's no longer possible to win back the c pawn. So it's black is winning now. Yeah, we can see it's lost now. We cannot win the c pawn back, and it's just too strong now. Black's pieces got active. Yeah, black is a piece up here. So nice win by Gukesh. Wang Hao underestimated the c pawn here. He should have done everything he could to win it back, even if it would have cost a pawn here on the queen side, and then it would have been a draw. So nice Gukesh winning against a player play the candidates.